evening. Trying to see who's doing what. I first have to apologize because I wanted to come on 20 minutes after I made the first broadcast, but I wasn't able to do that, and I had to do a quick meeting. One thing led to another, so I'm like, I got to get on because I promised to come on. And plus, I definitely want to save this and upload it on my YouTube channel so I can get some more people to tune in and kind of listen to what I'm discussing this evening. I think I want to add, I don't think I need any more lights. I think you guys can see me pretty good. Anyway, I'm home now. I just finished doing another interview for my upcoming summit, From the Page to the Stage. It was awesome. We got it done in 20-something minutes. I think it was like 25 minutes, so I am ready. I said, let me get back on now before I decide to relax. Once I lay down and relax and sit on the couch sofa, it's a done deal. So what are you guys doing out there this evening? It's Friday. Some of you may be working. Some of you may be out, taking care of some business, relaxing, whatever it is. Now I'm relaxing. I'm drinking me some green juice, green drink. And that's it. I have 3 interviews to do tomorrow. Then Sunday, I think I have 3 more interviews. And then I actually have a client to work with tomorrow evening. So I got a full weekend. So pretty much a lot of things I'll be doing to be at home. So it's okay. So I want to continue because earlier I was talking about investing, or you're worth your investment. You are worth your investment. Your investment. Because a lot of times, and a majority of the time, we invest in so many other people, in so many things. Some of us are groomed to invest in other people. A lot of women in this country and even across the world, we've been groomed to take care of other people, to be somebody's wife, to be a mother. But a lot of times women weren't taught how to invest in themselves. So you wonder why a lot of us have issues with low self-esteem and self-worth. We wasn't raised to see the value within ourselves as women, that we are valuable and that we need to take care of ourselves. It is very important because we run raggedy for other people. We go out of our way. We make these sacrifices. We inconvenience ourselves all the time. A lot of you can attest to that. And at the end of the day, you're left feeling empty. You're worn out. You're tired. And now they want to give you a title, the Mad Black Woman. No, you're tired mentally, emotionally, psychologically, even spiritually. Some of us spend so much time even at church that everything else is just falling apart. That is out of order. That's not even right. That is out of order. You have to take care of yourself. I was sharing with someone today we was having a conversation about ministry. And I said, it's out of order when you don't take care of your household, but you're running a ministry, but everything else is falling apart. Your home life, your house, your family, you're neglecting your children, you're not spending time with your spouse, but you're over here nurturing this thing. I said, that's out of order too, because your house, your family comes first. If you can't organize and maintain and manage things at home, no one said you have to do it perfectly. However, if you're neglecting that area, how are you that's out of order. It's just not right. You need to reprioritize. God first. But if you're putting God first, He's going to tell you some wisdom. He's going to tell you got to take care of your family. If you have to be a good steward over anything God gives you. If you are married and you have children, your first priority is your spouse and your children, your home. Then you can see about taking care of this ministry or this job or whatever issue you do, this cause that you're part of. So sometimes we need to rethink things and redo things over again. Never too late. As long as we have breath in our body, it's never too late. So I want you to know that you are worth your investment, meaning investing in yourself, taking care of yourself mentally, emotionally, physically. Take care of yourself. And while you have time to do that, you need to start doing it. Look, that's an everyday thing for me. I talk to myself, Cheryl, you need to do this. You need to take out some time. You need to put that away for now. Maybe I just need to relax. Maybe I need to take a nap. Maybe I need to work on my stuff. Putting in a lot of time, doing a lot of other things, but I need to take care of my things that I want to do. things that I want to engage in, people that I want to see. It's just a lot. And, I know everybody has, I don't know if everybody knows, but a lot of us engage in activities that bring us joy and bring us passion and make us feel happy. Me, I like to visit friends and family. Look, I'm very, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't want to say impulsive. I'm not impulsive, which we all can be sometimes, but I'm spontaneous. That's a better word. I might think of something at the spur of the moment. You know what? I'm going to jump in my car and go visit my girlfriend in Maryland or Raleigh, or maybe I'll just drive to Charlotte, or maybe I'll go to New York. I'll just do something like that. I'm like, who said I couldn't do anything like that? If I'm good, my car's good, got some change in my pocket, got some gas money to buy some food or whatever I need to do, I'll go do that. I don't have to do anything extravagant. I could just go visit some friends and some family and just have a good time laughing and enjoying myself. That's a mental break for me, especially I'm in the field of counseling and working with people and serving people in the mental health field. Oh, I find ways to just take a break mentally and to just have fun. Just little stuff like that. It makes life more better for me. I like to laugh. I like to go have dinner with friends. I'll do it by myself too. And I'm good to go. I'm easy to please. I really am. I'm just a no-nonsense person. When somebody's coming to me with a whole lot of drama and confusion, I'm like, no, I don't want, that's okay. I'm all good. God be with you. I don't like that, because I tell everybody my main purpose in life is to pursue after peace and to have peace and to maintain my peace as much as possible. Because there's a lot of things out here that will take your mind, like I said, and just cause so much distress in your life. And so I teach my own self how to cope, how to deal with stuff, how to deal with people. So, I have applied my own strategies that I give my clients. I use them on myself. And I reiterate it. When I'm reiterating strategies and interventions that people can use to keep themselves regulated and coping and just, whatever they need to do to make life worth living, feeling happy, being joyous, or just being by themselves so they can get a moment, taking a break. When I'm telling other people to do, I'm doing it as well. I'm telling myself, like, okay, Cheryl, you need to do the same thing. You need to go, you need to relax, whatever. But I mean, life is short in a sense. So I'm learning to be grateful for every day that I have, thanking God for every day that I'm living, and for family and friends and all those things that a lot of us take for granted. So invest in yourself. We invest time, we invest money, we invest our resources. We need to invest the time, money, resources into ourselves, our mind and our spirit. We need to build ourselves up. Sometimes we need to build our spirit up. We need to take a break. Sometimes we need to fast from things. We need to fast from people. That is another way of investing into yourself, because you can become expendable to so many other things and people, and you neglect yourself, your time, and you wonder why time is passing, and you have to look back, take a break sometime and reflect on some things and reprioritize and repurpose things and write those things down. I need to reprioritize things in my life, because when you see a pattern going on of dysfunction, that's when you need to take a step back and say, okay, what am I doing wrong? What am I not doing, or what I should be doing? That could be a vision board. Hello, somebody. That can be a vision board. Vision boards don't have to be limited to your career or your future and your purpose and your passion and your destiny and material things. It can be something that's focused on how to take care of yourself. So it can be a self-care vision board. A passion vision board, things that you want to do, that you have, that brings you fun, that brings you excitement. You can have a vision board that's focused just on those things alone. So it don't have to be about a job, a career. It could be like taking trips, something creative, maybe a creative arts class that you want to join, maybe a dance class that you want to take. Stuff that we said we want to do, we keep putting off. Some of us are masters at procrastination, let me tell you. And you put that stuff off. So sometimes some of you need to practice being spontaneous, because a lot of times people are not spontaneous. Everything always have to be planned out from them. And let me tell you, when things don't go right, you add more stress to your life. So this is for somebody as well who need to learn how to do that. Don't overthink a thing. Do it. Just go out and just do it. Don't talk yourself. Don't think about it too long, because this is what some people like that do. They think about it too long. The process is going to take. How far I got to go. All that stuff. By the time you finish that mentally, you're already tied in your mind, and then you end up changing your mind, and you won't do anything at all, and then you have regrets and resentment. So I'm telling you to go after those things. Be spontaneous. Live. You know, you have to take risk. And that's one thing I know some people, they're so conditioned to having everything planned out, seeing everything, knowing the end. You don't always know the end of a thing. And if you can't control, so you become control freaks, for lack of another term, and you live within the confines of the limitations you put on yourself, because those are limitations. So those people, that's boring. That's not living life. That is not having fun. So live more. Take risks. Everything in life, I always say, is taking a risk. Becoming a parent, taking a risk. Getting married, taking a risk. Starting a new job or career or business, taking a risk. Going scuba diving, taking a risk. You know, everything is taking a risk, because we don't know, tomorrow's not promised us. We don't always know the end anyway. So why not do something that makes you feel great? And I'm telling you, you will feel so happy that you did it. Go, wow, I did it. Spontaneous. And I know, like, there's people I have befriended in life, and they were the opposite of that. I'm the spontaneous one, and they're like, they got to plan everything, and we compliment each other. While it's great for me to learn from that person, you know, planning out things and maybe calendarizing events, so I can look at my calendar and go, okay, I'm going to do this on this date, and it helps me to stay structured and organized. And then for that type of individual, I bring the spontaneity, learning how to do stuff and just have fun and enjoy life. Don't be so intense and uptight, because everything don't always work out. When you live your life that way, you, like I said, you add more stress, because when something doesn't work out, you get bent out of shape, and you cause yourself just to feel unhappy, unsatisfied, and it was unnecessary. And so you have to change the mindset and do things a different way. And so that's the one thing I wanted to talk about, how we invest time and money, and we should invest into our own time, doing things that's for us. It's not selfish. Investing money in us, whether it's doing something to take care of yourself, or it's planning trips, or doing something that costs our money, or sowing seeds into something, whatever it is, investing into things or businesses, whatever, ministry, anything. But invest in our mind and our spirit is important as well. Feeding your spirit, feeding that mind. Maybe you keep saying, I'm going to get to that book and I'm going to read this book, and you never do. I've done that, like, oh my gosh. And so what I do sometimes is carry my book or something with me, something I want to get to at work, in my car. So when I have a break, I don't care if it's a chapter or two, just do something like that, you know. So those are different things that you can do to invest in your time, your money, your mind, your spirit, whatever. And I wanted to talk about, and I think I kind of went over it, some of you have to learn how to do that. You actually have to learn how to invest in yourself, because you weren't groomed, you weren't trained that way, we weren't raised that way, to put ourselves first, and understand that is so important, because you are important, whether you believe it or not. You are important, and if you're not good, then you can't be good for anybody else. So that was number one. Number two, I had to write these things down, because I did not want to forget, because I am really, really tired at this moment. But I didn't want to forget this, to do this broadcast. Two is I wanted to share I was speaking with somebody earlier, and she was talking about the emotional pain that she felt, because, I told her it was so funny, because I did an introduction video on this topic about how we can invest so much into other people, and sometimes it's not even worth it. Nobody told you to do it. Sometimes you have to check yourself. Who told you to do that? Sometimes we do go over and beyond. Sometimes God called us to do that. that's what relationship is all about. And I mentioned this to her too, is inconvenience yourself sometimes. Sacrificing, that's what relationship is. That's what Jesus did for us. He sacrificed his life, laid it down for us. No, we were not worthy of it, but he did it because he loved us. So when you're in relationship with people, you're going to do that sometime, and somebody's going to do that for you. Sacrifice things for you. Inconvenience themselves for you for that moment. That's what relationship is all about. But she was just talking and venting about the pain that she put into someone and all the sacrifices she made, and the money and the resources. And I mean, even got other people to help, a particular individual, and how this same individual just kind of shut her down, cut her off. I mean, he really, it just had a whole, I don't know, it's like a different person came out. So it really hurted her, and she didn't understand it. She understand it mentally, but still you're like, but I don't understand, and that happened with a male, but it also happened with another female. And so I identified with her. I said, I empathized with her and said, that have to hurt, because she started going through the list. Not that she invested in her for self-gain. She did it out of love and compassion, but it still hurt. You're still human. And it still was like, I don't know how to. And I said, you know what? I said, from this experience, you're going to learn like I did, because that happened to me as well, or somebody even lied on me. Thank God the truth came out. And most people that knew me know that's not Cheryl. Cheryl, that's not, I would have to be out of my mind to do the things a person said or something that I didn't do, whatever. But I said, you learn lessons from this, and you learn to use wisdom in situations where you become more discerning of people. You try to assess their purpose. Why are they in your life? And what is your mission with them? What is your assignment? Whatever it is, what is the purpose of the relationship? And God will show you people. He will show you their agenda. He'll show you the type of person they are. And then sometimes he will use you to bless other people for a season and then pull back. He will let you know who's the leeches, the ones who will delete from your life. I'm telling you. And so that's all part. I said, it's just part of the journey in life. And yes, sometimes it really hurts. But it's things that we have to go through sometimes, because that's how we learn. We learn through lessons. Hey, love. We learn through lessons like that. Sometimes it takes those wrenching pain to learn those lessons, because you, like I said, you invest your time and money. When you invest emotionally in somebody, that hurts more than investing your money and time, because you're emotionally attached to the person. You care about the individual or individuals, and when they do something like that to you, it just really just changes. It just disrupts you for a second. But you know what? Like I said, you learn from that, you get up, and when you do decide to invest in people, you do it with a different mindset. Like I was telling her, after that thing happened to me, or I had that type of experience, I decided that, I'm going to stick with the scripture when it says, whatever you do it as unto the Lord. Whatever you do for other people, you do it as unto the Lord. So I'm not looking at the individual. They may have a whole lot of issues, and maybe I'm led. So one of the other things I want to mention is being led to help certain individuals. Maybe I feel something in my spirit, or unction, or pressing to do something, but understanding that I don't have to bring them into my inner circle. Everybody's not meant to come into your inner circle in a certain space. But from where you are, you meet the needs of that person, you help that person, and you wish them, Godspeed, God bless. So, and then your mindset is, I'm doing this because I'm led to do this. I'm not looking for anything back to you. We don't have to be friends. Sometimes you'll be led to help a person that really don't even care for you, but for some reason, you have a mandate from God to be a blessing in some kind of way, to help, to support. And then you leave it. That's it. You wash your hands and you leave it alone. And when you operate in that mindset, then you don't get bent out of shape like you did before. You're not investing so much of your emotions into that individual. And that can save you. That's a guard. But you're not guarded to the point where you're not able to bless anybody. You're not hurt, walking around wounded, and with your guard up saying, that's it, I'm not befriending, I'm not doing that for anybody no more. You're not walking around with all that anger. Now you're doing it from another perspective, and you're saying, you know what, I'm going to do this, God bless you, that's it. Oh, don't worry about it, and that's it. And you take a lot, the weight is off of you. It is off of you. So you have to learn, so then you learn how to do something, learning how to do things in a different way, like I always say, and having a different mindset and a different perspective out of the whole situation. So sometimes you have to go through those experiences to really learn, and those things are going to happen. Like I said, you can't control everything. You can't control everybody. It'd be nice sometimes if we can, but we can't. So that was number 2. So I just really wanted to share that story because I said, wow, this is so real. This is so on time, because I want to talk about that today. I want to talk about how you got to invest. So now she's going to invest a lot of that time. I said, you know what the big picture is? This is the bigger picture. The bigger picture is you no longer have to, the word just came to my mind and left, contend with that individual's issues and drama. Because when you are in relationship with people, their stuff becomes your stuff sometimes. Not that you should carry it, but it will affect you if you care about people. They're going through something. If you have any kind of love for the person, you're going to feel what they're going through to some level and some degree. I said, but you know what? It was meant to happen. The severing was meant to occur. So this way, now you can put all your time and your energy and your resources into you, your family, and what you are doing, because now you have moved into another season, and it's so apparent the things that are happening for her till she don't even have time to contend with stuff and drama and issues. Her people got to go through their own journey, and it's okay. And then maybe you'll come around full circle and everything will be as it was before. You have to let God deal with people. So if it means you have to separate, if it means you have to delete, then do so. Look, it's about saving your mind and your mental health as well. Okay? You got to save yourself. So it's all good. I said all things work together for the good to them who love the Lord and who are called according to his purpose. So it's going to work good for you. It's going to work good for her. Maybe she got to go through this. Maybe he got to go through whatever it is. And when they go through their journey, because we all do have a different path. Some of us are going to have to get near the cliff and almost hanging off before we get a wake up like, okay, I got to get my life right. Some of us are like those children. You know how sometimes we have different children, and some, of course you have different children. You have more than one child. But you may have one child where you don't have to say too much to them. They listen pretty much the first or second time when you raise the tone of your voice. But then that other child, they don't have any fear. They're kind of rebellious, and they would just go to that cliff and still try to do whatever you tell them not to do. And so that child will end up learning learning a lesson more in a difficult way. It's going to take a lot of falling and bumping their head and bruising before they get it and for the light bulb go on. And then you may have the other child that say, okay, all right, okay. And they're good. You don't have to spank them, or you don't have to punish them. They got it. All you have to do is raise your voice, and they're like, okay, that was enough for them because they still fear and respect you. But that other child, they may love you, but for some reason, they just got to go and try it. That curiosity, whatever it is, they just got to go and try it. So, so we're like that. We're all different. We have different paths. We have different journeys. So I just thought that was just so interesting and right on time. And the third thing I wanted to share, and I did kind of touch a little bit about being more discerning, being led, having that, so this is really a summary. That changing your mindset and how you deal with things, and really operating in wisdom. That's what it's all about. Operating in wisdom, because wisdom will teach you how to take care of yourself and don't run yourself, like I said, ragged, bent out of shape, emotionally messed up, wounded, being that victim, always in that victim mode. Can't live life like that. Not fun at all. And then you draw people away. But so when you do that, then you have a different approach to situations like that and to people like that. And so number 4 would be getting into yourself. And it's so awesome because when you do get to that point, well, you know what? I'm going to invest in myself. I'm going just in every area of my life. That's attracting. So for the single woman out there, that's attracting to a man. Because you put in time into yourself, you looking good, you feeling good, you taking care of things. That's very attractive to people, and, it can be a major turn on. So, because I know for me, I'm attracted to that. Men who are confident, they took out the time to invest in themselves in different areas in their life, financially, mentally, educationally, whatever. I like that more than other things. I'm like, wow, because I'm mental, so I'm like, mentally stimulated. I'm more mentally stimulated than I am physically. So this the deep conversations and listening to the intellect and the wisdom that, a man may share to me. I'm like, wow, that's awesome. So we can have these deep conversations, because I haven't encountered men, who kind of like me or whatever, but they just couldn't stimulate me mentally. It's like I'm carrying a conversation, and I don't like to do that. I'm listening to you. I'll let you talk, even though I can talk, but I love to let him talk and listen and gain and learn. But there was a couple of times I may have met somebody, a man, and this left it open to him to share, and he just really they didn't really have anything to say, and I felt like I had to pull stuff out of a hat, like and I right there I'm like, okay, this is not gonna, and I gave it another try, talked to them 2 or 3 times on the phone. It was like dead spots. I was like, I can't do this. I know myself. I can't. It felt like I had to work. I'm like, wow. Because I have male friends, married and single, or people, co-laborers in ministry or co-workers at work who they on it. They have a lot to share and to talk about, wisdom, experiences, knowledge in a lot of different areas. So you can tell they're about stuff. Their life is more full. That's what I like. Like, see, now I just need to find somebody who's like that. Besides, he gotta love God first, and I'll be cool. But anyway, so that's why a lot of us, we still on the threshing floor. We just waiting for that. We're not just waiting, not doing anything. We're taking care of ourselves. But I'm saying we all on that threshing floor like Ruth was when she met Boaz. Positioning ourselves, because that's what we're doing, right? We're investing in ourselves. For those of us who want to get married, we are positioning ourselves to be found. And we want to be found whole. Holistic health. That's what it's all about. Anyway, so I'll talk your heads off long enough. This was just a little coming back and finishing what I started, because I didn't want to procrastinate and put it off and go, because I am tired. But I'm not going to go to bed yet. It's too early. Because if I go to bed now, I'm waking up like 1, 2 o'clock and can't go back to sleep for a couple of hours. So I'm going to chill. So I hope you guys have a good evening. Some of you are going to see this broadcast later. I don't think I'm going to YouTube this. I think I'm going to just keep this right here in this group. And let me tell you something. Leave your comments under the video, because we can continue the discussion, and maybe one of you guys can jump in and do a live broadcast as well, and piggyback off of what I shared, and share your own story, your own experience, or your own challenges with learning how to invest in yourself and learning how to do that. Okay, have a good evening, everybody.